Hey my friends, so before we get into the video today, I've got to let you know that my best-selling step-by-step course on how to start freelance writing, Killer Cold Emailing, opens very, very soon. Join the waitlist right now at the link down below in the description box, in the pinned comment, and I'll also throw it above my head right now. And you will get a special link to save $200 on the price of the course. Today, I've got a super exciting story for you, all about how freelance writer Annie went from burnt-out corporate employee to successful freelance writer, and how she made $1,400 freelance writing in just 30 days. You can see a picture of Annie right here. I love her success story so much, and we're going to talk about exactly how she landed this client, because yes, she made $1,400 from just this one awesome freelance writing client. And I'll also share exactly how she scaled to 3K freelance writing in just 6 months, which is so amazing. Make sure you watch this entire video because she drops a lot of really helpful ideas and tips along the way for you. I'm going to be switching my screen over to her case study now, and let's get started. So in this case study, which Annie so generously shared with the Writing Revolt blog, she talks about how before freelance writing, she was unappreciated, overworked, and underpaid at her day job. I don't know if you can relate to that, but I definitely can. Almost all of my work experience before freelance writing was retail and call centers, which are not fun jobs. But Annie here was a corporate employee, and she talks a lot about how she was physically and emotionally exhausted by her toxic work culture. She had her master's, but she was just so burnt out. And she noticed that didn't stop her from repeating the same cycle over and over again, unfortunately. Find a job ad, land the job, overwork, and get underpaid, rinse and repeat. Unfortunately, that is the reality for so many people before they start freelance writing or start their own business. That was the reality for me. It was the reality for Annie. Comment below and let me know if you're going through something similar. And the worst of all, Annie found out she was being paid as little as the interns. Imagine that, having a master's degree and being experienced and being paid intern wages. That is so terrible. We do not want that for you or anyone. And you can see Annie said that she had finally snapped. The fact that she couldn't even afford her dang groceries at age 29 meant she had finally had enough. So Annie was interested in freelance writing. She found the Writing Revolt YouTube channel, which is the lovely channel you are watching right now, of course. And she said she was instantly hooked by my own retelling of my freelance journey and how I went from fired with health issues to become a successful freelance writer making $5K a month. And let me just stop here and say that is exactly why I share this story so much, because I want you to know what is possible for you. You don't have to have years of experience and credentials and a network and all these crazy things. You just have to be willing to take that first little step, that little leap into the unknown to start your freelance writing career. So that is what Annie here did. She got an email about my Killer Cold Emailing program, saw all the testimonials, which I gotta say, there are a lot of testimonials. You've seen that sales page, my friend, you already know the deal. And she said, I had to invest in myself because at the time, no one else was. Such a powerful, powerful thing to realize. She knew it was gonna require her to put in some work, but nonetheless, every day she showed up and put in the work. She threw herself full force into this Killer Cold Emailing course and building her business. She wrote out her schedule. She had a goal of sending 15 cold emails or writing a sample up for her portfolio or setting up a page on her website. And every day that she met one of those little micro goals, which the Killer Cold Emailing course teaches you exactly how to map out these goals, what you should do, when you should do it, how much you need to be doing, that is all covered inside of the course, detailed step by step. She celebrated herself for reaching those goals, which is so awesome because you have to be like Annie and make positive thinking just part of the process. There are going to be a lot of moments when you start freelance writing or anything new where you have a lot of self-doubt, you have imposter syndrome, you feel like you don't know what the hell you're doing. That fear of feeling like a beginner is what stops so many people from ever taking action to begin with. We don't want you to get caught in that and just stagnate. We want you to be like Annie here and take action. She says without the Killer Cold Emailing course, she probably would have given up. Killer Cold Emailing normalized rejection and anxiety for her. It became something she didn't dwell on before getting back to work. I love this. This is something that I strive to do in my course and all my videos. Rejection is so normal. Show me a successful writer who has never been rejected. You can't. Same with anxiety. You're gonna have some anxiety. You're gonna have fear starting out. Starting freelance writing is not about never having anxiety. It's about allowing the anxiety to be there, sitting with it, and doing what you want to do anyway. Annie says, sure enough, after research and writing and building her online presence, following basically the step-by-step course, she landed her first client call in just a month after starting her business. And with just that one client, she received a huge ROI, return on investment in herself, and then some. When she was asked for a quote and crunched numbers comparing skill sets, she came back with $350 per 1,000 words for 4 blog posts a month, $1,400. She said she freaked out and she thought, can I really ask for that? I just spent years making peanuts. She had felt undervalued for so long, and I can relate to this. When I started out, I felt so terrified to charge anything more than like $50 to $100. Which, by the way, if you're charging that little, you're severely undercharging. Please don't do that. Be like Annie here and invest in yourself and get that confidence and take that next step toward your freelance writing journey. She says killer cold emailing gave her the confidence to tell herself, I am worth it and I don't have to ask permission from anyone to determine what that number is. She sent that contract over and the client accepted it and signed it, 0 questions asked. Annie says since then she's had so many different clients in the health and wellness niche as well as medical science industries, and she has a ton of writing and editing work she finds exciting and fulfilling. 3 amazing clients who feel that they are getting immense value from the copy that she writes. She says, we respect each other and we are partners. I am not a nobody at a desk cubicle anymore. I could not relate to that more. I spent years working at call centers, sitting in a cubicle, having my time micromanaged, all these horrible things. And when I started my own business, I had that same feeling of, wow, I finally don't feel like just a nobody and a dead-end job in a cubicle anymore. So Annie's business continued to grow. She grew to $3,000 a month freelance writing and beyond. She says, and I love this, she still gets nervous. The truth is, we all get nervous. You'll find a freelance writer making $10K, $15K a month. They're still getting nervous sometimes, I guarantee it. Annie says everyone has doubt, but the trick is reaching the goals you set for yourself in spite of those things. You got to do it in spite of that fear and doubt. And that is hard work, but it is worth the effort. She says, my goal was to leave the 9-to-5 office life, and she's meeting that goal every day. After only 5 short months, she makes $3K a month before taxes just with her 3 awesome clients she landed thanks to the strategies inside of killer cold emailing. Her next goals are to get even more clients and make $10K a month, and she says because of the foundation she set herself up with the knowledge from the killer cold emailing course, she believes she can get there. And my friends, that is the power of having a step-by-step proven system for starting your freelance writing business. You don't ever sit down at your laptop wondering what to do next, wondering if you've cold emailed the right way, if your website sucks or if it's good, if you have the right niche. You can learn all of these things inside of the Killer Cold Emailing program, which is opening very, very soon. So make sure you get on the wait list now. I will put the link above my head, down below in the description box, as well as in the pinned comment. Make sure you get on that wait list. As of right now, I have not opened the course like this publicly in, I think, almost a year and a half. I don't know when I'm going to open it up like this again, so it is a very special event. It is going to be a really short enrollment period, probably only like 4 or 5 days. So make sure you get on the wait list because we will not be making any exceptions once that time passes. Shout out to Annie for sharing her story today. I really appreciate it. And if you have a question about cold emailing or the Killer Cold Emailing course, anything that we've talked about today or any of the kind of topics I talk about here on my channel, pop your questions below in the comment section and I will do my best to help you out. Make sure you get on that wait list for Killer Cold Emailing before you leave this video because again, it is going to be a very short enrollment period, and if you're on the wait list, you will receive a special link to save $200 on the price of the course. That is all for now, my friends. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you in the next video.